Trump's crime crackdown in D.C. seeing results with over 1,000 arrests. The city enters its 12th consecutive day without a single homicide. Trump's not done. Next on the cleanup list could be Chicago. Jonathan Hoenig, you're a Chicago guy. Yep. I know that you like safety on the streets. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you're a fan of the National Guard coming in to help with it. What do you say?
Well, I've lived in Chicago for 25 years, my entire life. Crime has gotten better. I mean, 5 years ago, you didn't go out when the sun went down. It truly was that bad. What worries me is the notion of troops as police. Troops are not police. So I'm a little bit concerned about having, whether it be the National Guard or whoever, policing Chicago streets. In my mind, this is something that Chicago police should be better trained, better equipped, but something that they should be focused on.
I mean, that's the big should be. You want to see that happen. It's not the case in a lot of cases.
Yes.
D.C. was another one. Brian, you know, whether or not you like the National Guard on the ground, if the results speak for themselves, it's hard to argue with this.
Well, I mean, their presence, yes, and if there's a huge unrest, they can get involved. But the thing that makes it better is, number one, Chicago's got a problem right now. I think they're, 800 to 1,000 cops down. They can't fill up an academy because they're not backed by the government. Nobody wants to do it. Tough job anyway. So they need more cops. So until that time, do you just wait? Do you wait for a mayor that's sane instead of the one that you have? So he says, I'm putting the troops in there. What's it doing? It's causing focus. Everyone's focused in there. What's happening with those neighborhoods? Well, maybe you put the troops in the better areas. You know better than me. But that's when the cops can go into the areas that really need attention. And then maybe 911 calls could be answered within 30 minutes. Right. And then all of a sudden, you'll see the numbers be more realistic. So, for example, if I don't want to call 911 because I know it's going to be 30 minutes and you're not going to do anything with it, all of a sudden I see a crime happen. Maybe it happens to me, but I don't call it in. It looks like crime's going down. But all of a sudden, if they start getting the calls, if they start getting attention in the troublesome areas, fanning out the gangs, when they go to the downtown, you see camouflage. People in camouflage, they'll go, okay, people care about what's happening here.
And you know, Madison, you see the reaction from some quarters, which is to throw the sandwich or to make a big fuss or to protest. But when you look at what's happening in D.C. and then think about it in other cities, is there sort of a quieter undercurrent in these cities of people who just say, thank you that you're coming in, as Brian said, bringing the focus to this issue so something can get done?
Yeah, I have to imagine that anyone who lives in D.C. is happy to hear that there hasn't been a murder in 12 days. That's good. But I do think when I talk to folks in D.C. and also in Chicago about this, there is the concern about what message this sends. And I think people, this is a free nation. We like our freedoms. I don't think we like the idea of National Guard's army in our cities kind of policing us. But I like Brian's point about how it would help with this retention and recruitment for police. Because I think a big issue we saw after 2020, when you said Chicago was very dangerous, is that the police were not getting any respect. No one wanted to go into this line of work where they weren't going to be protected. If they were making arrests, the arrests were not resulting in real results. So if that means bringing in the National Guard so we can get more police, I think that's a good thing. But another thing that I think Trump needs to focus on is actually seeing these crimes through, in that having arrests and having convictions. In Chicago, the rate of clearance, meaning there's a murder, that person is caught and charged, is less than 20%. So if you are shot, the likelihood that they catch a murder is so low. So we don't need the National Guard as much as we need the DOJ to come in and say, crime is going to be taken seriously in Chicago. If you are shot, we're going to find your murderer.
And really quickly, you need a mayor and a DA who actually wants to take, you know, when somebody is arrested, take them all the way through the process, Adam. And that doesn't happen in places like New York.
Oh, absolutely. Just think of the fact that you can go in and shoplift up to $750 at Duane Reade and you're not prosecuted. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. It's I say little things like that. That's actually a pretty big thing. But that sort of stuff, just like graffiti, it eats away at your confidence in your willingness to live in a place.
Take care of the small things and you stop the big things from happening. Mamdani, unfortunately, doesn't get that. We'll see if other mayors do.